Hey, what's up? So here I've got some beginner exercises that you can do. You're going to do 12 to 15 reps of these. You want to do 3 sets. Now, starting off, there's 5 exercises. Always want to make sure that your thumb's pointed out. Grab it, clean it up, and then make sure that your wrist, you want to not have it like cocked out like that. You want to make sure it's straight. So bend it back straight. And then you want to have your elbow on your hip against your body on this first one. And this first one's called a front strike or a front pullover. You can go back. Try to get that elbow as close to your head as you can. Sometimes your triceps won't let you do that. And you're going to do this for 12 to 13, and you want to do 3 sets, up to 3 sets. You can start out with 2, but definitely want to get up to 3 sets. And you're going to do this for both sides. Also, some things you want to make sure of. You don't want it to pull you back. You want to try to keep your core tight, pressure, pull your rib cage down. And when you go back, you want to try to make sure that it doesn't pull you back. The whole point here is to keep that core solid. That's why I got my hand there to kind of help me brace and remind myself to brace. And then also slightly bend your knees and keep your glutes braced throughout this as well. It's still going to work all those other muscles, believe it or not. As you can see, my elbow's flaring out just a little bit here on my other shoulder, and that's just from some previous injuries and stuff. So I have issues with that one. But now the second exercise, what we're going to do here is an inside circle. As you can see, I'm pointing to the midline of the body. The inside is towards the midline of the body. That opposite leg is going to go back, and the near side leg is going to go forward, and then opposite on the other side. And it's a push, pull, catch. Push, pull, catch. You're going to catch against your body. You're going to close your hips, open them up, and then go back into it. Close your hips, open them up, and then go back into it. You don't want to keep your hips closed and just switch over to the other side. You want to stand all the way back up and then go into the circle. And these are inside circles. And later on in this video, we will be doing outside circles. So some things that also with the inside and outside circles, you can actually do these with kettlebells as well, and I will do a video later on adding the kettlebell, how you would do it with the kettlebell properly later on. But save this video and just pull this video up anytime you want. You can shut me up and then just follow along until you get the hang of it. And if you ever want some one-on-one coaching, just go ahead and send me a message and I'll get you set up with coaching. And it doesn't matter if you're doing clubs, maces, kettlebells, or even conventional lifting. We will focus on what your goal is and not necessarily what the medium is that you're using to work with. All right, now the next exercise, the third exercise will be a chair squat. I recommend, if you're just starting out with these, to use the chair to help you with this, and then eventually you're going to remove that chair and do these without the chair going deeper. You want to keep that back straight. I know it looks like I'm bending way forward here, but it's just the angle of the camera. I'm actually keeping my back straight, maintaining good posture, and sitting down under control. That last one, I did sit back a little bit too much and lost balance there. I was too far on my heels. Make sure to push your toes or the ball of your foot into the ground as well. You want to feel connection with the ground with your whole foot. You'll have to keep your core braced with this one as well. The great thing about these is when you're doing these opposite sides is your obliques on the other side are having to fire off to keep your spine stabilized and your core stabilized, because of the imbalance of weight on one side or the other. Now with these, when you get to where you're not using the chair, you can squat either with the weight in between your legs, holding it in between your legs, or the weight on the outside of the legs, and you can change it up. Each angle of holding the weight will have a different impact on your body as a whole. So now we're moving into the fourth exercise in this, and we are going to do outside circles. And it's just like the inside circles, only now you're going away from the midline of the body. Just remember, push, pull, catch. Push, pull, catch. You can even say that in your head to keep your reminding. And remember to step all the way back up. You're going to feel this in your glutes as well, because you have to load your glutes on the push, and then you have to catch the other side glute on the pull. And so you're definitely going to feel this in the glutes as well as in the shoulder and believe it or not, in your lats, because the lats are doing a lot of catching and stabilizing here. And now the last one is going to be a Halo Club 360 around the world. You can do them double-handed if you get this heavier, but you're always going to go the way of the top hand when you do those double-handed 360s. These have so many different names depending on which school of thought, but you want to keep your head up. I know I have a tendency to duck my head there. That is bad form. You want to keep that head up, keep your body erect. I definitely have to work on that as well, along with those ums in this video. But definitely bring it all the way back down. Make sure that you get back to your navel. Pull that all the way back down. And I'll show you some exercises later on of how you can prepare for these kinds of moves with resistance bands and how they will play a role in it. Hey, I appreciate you watching this video. If you can go ahead and share it with people you think could benefit from it. And don't hesitate to hit me up if you need a work.